Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Shut Up Woman. I'm Lex.
I'm Riz.
I'm Anija.
And today we're going over a few things. Firstly, could you forgive someone for cheating? How long would it take you to forgive them? But along with that, is it your responsibility to study your partner's behavior, or is it their responsibility to let you know that they're changing?
What was the first question again?
Could you forgive someone for cheating? How long would it take you to forgive?
Shit.
I mean, I feel like I have forgave somebody for cheating. Technically, they was cheating.
How long did it take? Not
Years.
that long? Oh.
No, I feel like because I was young. Let's just put it in perspective. I was young in a
So
relationship.
you was forgiving like the next day.
So I was no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying although I acted as though I forgave him, my actions didn't show that I forgave him. So every time it was a situation, I was bringing it back up.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we might say we forgive somebody,
Right.
but we still lingering that on. So yes, I said I forgave him for doing that or for doing whatever, talking to girls. It wasn't even full blown. You know, some people. It wasn't full blown like having sex with anybody else or anything like that, but even talking to other females, texting them, whatever the case may be, it's cheating to me. So yes, I forgave him, but in my head it was like, okay, I forgive you because I know I'm not leaving in my head, but at the same time I'm holding that. I'm holding that so it could be a year later and be like, well, you did this. So it was never, I don't think I ever forgave him completely. I just said I forgave him because it was like I knew I wasn't going anywhere. So let's just not argue about it. But at the same time, I still have that in my head that you did that to me.
Right.
So I never completely forgave.
Which is why I say forgiving somebody who cheats on you is like a form of self-sabotage, because in the back of your head you're always going to have that, are they cheating on me right now, you know what I'm saying? And then you're also going to keep bringing that up. So that's not fair to you, and that's not fair to the person that you're with. So I just feel like if somebody cheat on me, then I'm just going to have to go ahead and leave.
Yeah, that's what I
don't trust you, and I can't be.
So you
gonna forgive
wouldn't. So okay, we having a different perspective because both of us were married.
I can't be with somebody that I don't trust. I just feel like once the trust is out the window.
But I'm saying you could not trust somebody in a different way though.
No, because in the back of my head,
and you didn't leave when somebody betrayed your trust in a different way besides cheating.
I mean, yeah, and then also with my experience with that, saying that you're going to change or you're going to do something, and then you turn around and your actions may be like right there temporarily, and then you're back to the same person. Yes, I feel like I can't trust you to do the right thing anymore, and at that point I'm leaving. That's why I'm like.
Do you feel like you left as soon as?
I did not, and that's why I know
that's
now.
What my question was. So now
that.
you learned from, because I was gonna say yes, I knew that I didn't want to be there anymore, but I didn't leave though. That's the truth.
Right.
I situations happened. My trust was betrayed, and I knew in my head I didn't want to be there, but I didn't leave.
Of course not. Women. Then that's the thing. Women just linger on a little longer than they should sometimes. Not even just. I mean, I just feel like in general, it also has to do with a lot of things that a woman deals with also, but it's also like a sense of failure. Not only are you you're losing someone that you love, but you're also failing in everything that you thought was right. Right. So we hold on to the fact so we don't feel like we failed our relationship, we failed ourselves, we failed maybe even the outside world. We hold on and we try to make it work because, okay, we love somebody, and then it's like, oh my gosh, if this does work, then you know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, there's that. But once you don't like anybody, once you don't trust somebody and you don't like them no more, you need to just go ahead and leave. It's better for your health and their health. It's not fair to stay in a relationship and you don't like the person no more. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you.
Because I was about to say that because it changed over to you kind of doing them wrong in a sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
absolutely.
Even though they did you wrong initially, eventually you're doing them wrong.
Exactly.
Whether you cheat on them because you're not happy. I'm not saying I did that, but I'm saying I know certain situations. You either cheat on them, or you're treating them so bad to the point you don't want them touching you, you don't want them kissing you.
They can't do nothing
so
right.
now you're making their self-esteem go down even more. Even though originally it's their fault that the stuff even happening, but at the same time that doesn't mean you have to do somebody wrong because they did you wrong. Or if you know you're not happy, just leave instead of staying, and then now you making them even have low I already got low self-esteem. Now I'm making you have low self-esteem. Now it's just a cycle because now we didn't hurt each other so much. And now it's a cycle of now he finna go get with somebody else and do the same stuff to her, or he gonna hurt her worse because now he got low self-esteem because of me. because I stayed somewhere I didn't want to be.
Because when you forgive someone, you need
to completely forgive them. Right. Like, it's once I forgive you, it's done. I don't have to bring it up again. We don't have to talk about it. We can act like it didn't happen if we forgave each other. But you know it's not forgiven when it's steady being every time y'all argue. But you did this.
And I can't trust you because you decided to take me back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Once you decide to take somebody back, you might as well shut that shit up.
Right. What about you, Menage?
I mean, y'all kind of just went off.
That's why I was like,
I mean, y'all had that. I was gonna say something, but y'all had that.
Go ahead, say something. Do you think you can forgive somebody for cheating?
I was just gonna say no because, like, y'all already said it. Because I'm finna be like holding a grudge the whole time, and
so as long as you let's get it real. Hold on, let's get it real quick. So if your boyfriend, you've been with your boyfriend how long?
Almost 6 years.
So if your boyfriend right now, say he didn't have sex with nobody, you just call him like texting a female or something. You staying or you leaving?
What kind of texting?
Now, boyfriend, if you see this don't give you a right to do it now. We just asking a question.
What kind of texting? Is it like...
Texting like they flirting. Come on now. Why are you texting a female? What he got to talk to a female for? If it's not your friend. He don't got no friends. But you, okay? So,
but like, is it sexual text message?
It doesn't matter if it's sexual. I'm not saying they got to be full blown. I want to have sex with you.
I still feel like if that was to happen, I'm still not feeling.
You don't trust it because it's like, who is this girl?
I'm not.
Why are you texting her?
Because you didn't piss me off. I don't want to talk to you because
and
then every time you kikiing at your phone, you might be texting, and that's why I say I'm just gonna leave. I don't got time to be dealing with that.
I'm gonna be stressing myself out.
Angry all the time because you don't answer my phone.
Yeah, if I wasn't married when I was in a relationship,
it probably would be easier.
It's easier to leave. Like if you ain't got no kids and you not married and a nigga doing that.
See, yeah.
And you sticking me. Come on,
what am I sticking around for?
Bye.
You not married. You ain't got no kids.
Bye.
I'm not sticking around nobody. Now it's been a difference when I got kids. I'm married for years. Of course I'm gonna try to work something out. But a nigga ain't got no kids by. We ain't married.
We not linked up in
the
no
most
way,
we probably got is maybe an apartment together.
Right, because you had that.
Baby,
urge,
I'm gone.
Right, especially if I'm like, oh baby, I can get a new apartment. You can have this one. Fuck you.
I just can't. I can't trust. Yeah, if I can't trust you, I can't. It just ain't gonna happen. Mm-mm. But I mean, okay, so that'll tie into this where we say, is it your responsibility to study your partner's behavior, or is it their responsibility to let you know that they're changing?
Okay, not rewind, but the second part of the question. I feel like they should communicate that to you because my boyfriend was telling me he was going through a lot, but then I didn't recognize it at all. Men is good at holding their emotions.
Do you feel like he shut down or anything at all?
Not really. He was literally his same self. I mean, I noticed he was like probably down because he wasn't working, but he was saying like depression and this and that. I didn't know it was that bad. I just thought it was okay. I know he like, I wish I could be working right now. Mm-hmm. But when he went to Jamaica, he just let it all out. I'm like, I ain't know none of this. But yeah, so I feel like they could. That's part of the communication part.
So do you think that you possibly ignored the stuff? That like you didn't feel nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like you didn't feel like something wrong with him, or like you didn't feel like.
Even like the way he does something might have changed, like a mannerism or anything.
Like he didn't want to possibly have sex that much, or like it was nothing like that you could know. Now that you think about that, maybe
it
in
was
a
me
moment
that didn't want to have sex, so that's what everything was.
So I think that
same.
so you couldn't tell because it was like you was in a funk because of
right.
So it was like y'all both was in a funk, so you couldn't really tell.
Yeah.
I get that. Okay, I
think it's more like a back, and I don't want to use this word, but it's more like a background resentment, like like you're mad because of you're in this situation, but I'm mad because you're in this situation.
Right.
And I'm like holding it down. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that where it's like you probably saw it, but you didn't care to see it because of how you
was feeling. You was putting your feelings before his, kind of.
Right. So I feel like when it's like people can't always tell you when they're changing because they don't know that they've changed until they change. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when we're finding our new self, it's like we're mourning the loss of the person that we were before. So we can't always recognize that, hey, I'm becoming a totally different person until we actually sit down with ourselves and like, dang, I don't even recognize the person like I'm a new person, so now I have to learn this new person. So we can't always say that. And sometimes when you go through stuff, we can always say that, like, sometimes we just hold that in until it's like especially with men, it's a pride thing. Mm-hmm. Men don't want to seem weak, or they don't want to appear like, down, or they don't want to, so they shut out. Yeah, they shut down, and then they don't let you know until after they're already deep in the feelings, like, damn, right.
And it's the shutdown for me.
Yeah.
They shut down real bad.
They shut down so bad, and it's just like, now it depends on what part of relationship you are, like what stage of the relationship you're in, because I feel like we had this talk, like, I feel like because I was married and I've been in a relationship since I was 17 years old, and was married for, it would have been 6 years this year. So for me, I have the first experience of being around a man and how he reacts to certain things. When something's happening, he shuts down. Not completely towards me because I'm in the house, so you can't completely shut down. But I can see how you treating other people. Right. You're not answering your phone. You sending people to voicemail and stuff like that. So now that I'm in the dating stage or something like that, basically, and a man shuts down, I'm able to be like, something's wrong. I'm not saying that's an excuse to do me any type of way. Let's not get that wrong. But I'm saying I could kind of tell more because I have been in a household with a man for so long. I could kind of tell, it's not nothing with me. It's nothing personal. First of all, nothing's ever personal when it comes to a man. I feel like it's nothing ever personal unless they just not attracted to you or something. But I'm sure you would know that. But I'm saying when a man likes you and he just switch up all of a sudden or something like that, or something is kind of off with him, it's something going on with them personally. So now that I have had the experience of being married so young and being with somebody for so long, I could tell, like, it's not, and I don't take it personal. Okay. And I could decide whether, I'm going to keep talking to him or I don't. Like, if he be man enough to explain, okay, this is what's going on, I don't, because men will shut down instantly because they would rather shut down than to tell somebody their feelings, because it's like it makes them feel weak. Right. Especially to a woman that they get into know. Why would they want to look weak to a woman that they get into know in dating stages?
But I feel like, so in like a relationship, sometimes it's our duty. If our partner is down and we even like regardless, I feel like that's just kind of like, sometimes we cry out for help and we don't even say it. So it's like, if even with our own like issues going on, I feel like we want somebody to do it for us, and the only way that we can really show somebody is to do it for them. Yeah. So even in that time, especially if you decide, like, this is my partner, this is who I'm gonna be with, I want forever with them, then it's sure, like, you
put in that work. So.
You have to be like, something's not right. So you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, if you decide that this is the person I want to be with, then even in the toughest times, we have to be like, what's going on? Because men will get to that point, especially black men, they will get to that point where they're like about to break before they are ready to even discuss it.
It would literally be to the point of them breaking, and then they would tell somebody. It would be to the point where they really ready to damn near kill themselves. Let's just be honest.
And they gonna be honest with character. It's just
to the point where they're ready to kill themselves for them to tell somebody something. They would literally hold that to the grave. A black man, especially, we know black men from Chicago, is definitely not. And that's just, it sucks that it's like that, but they're gonna hold that in until damn near to the grave. You won't know until it's a letter left on your freaking counter and they saying they was depressed the whole time and they was suicidal. But this person in the comments, y'all, we on live, they said, but you can't expect people to know what's wrong if you don't actually speak up and verbally say that.
Yes, absolutely.
So how do you feel about that? But especially coming from being a wife, that your husband might not tell you what's going on.
I feel like communication works on both ends. Yes, it's somebody's responsibility to tell you, but like I said, me as a human, I know that I shut down and I'm like, I don't really want to talk, but in the back of your head, you do want somebody to be there.
You do want somebody.
So, but somebody doesn't tell me exactly what's going on, but they tell me what's going on. Like
body language,
their body language, the way they react to something, the way they used to do something and they don't. Like any small, especially if you're in a committed relationship with somebody, any small thing that they do to change their behavior, you can recognize that something is wrong. And you can either acknowledge that and try to do the work and just say, hey, like, what's going on? Or you can decide to ignore it until they tell you what's up. Because you're not a mind reader? But that's the problem. Like, sometimes people need that push.
So I got a question for y'all. Like, since you kind of said, like, okay, when y'all going through something, how do y'all react? Because us as women is different than men. So, like, how do y'all react when y'all, like, going through something that you might not want to tell somebody? Even though I'm sure it's not that much that you might not tell your man, because I feel like I'm so open. I'm telling my man everything, you know?
Me too.
But I'm saying if it was ever a point where I was just like, oh, I'm feeling insecure in myself and I don't want to tell. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I feel insecure and I don't want to tell him now. Like,
I wouldn't tell him. I used to. I used to just go run to my best friend like, oh my God, this and that. But
so you felt more comfortable to go to a female than a man?
Yeah, but within like this past year, we both been communicating more. And instead of going to her, I be telling him.
And you say you shut down too?
I shut down. I write. I try to, like, you know, decompress. But sometimes I need my partner and I be like, look, I'm just having a really bad day. And it's comfortable to, even if, like, you don't have a resolution, but to have somebody
to know that you're going through. Yeah.
Right, just to know that. And sometimes it's like, sometimes you have a bad day and you don't know. You don't know what's wrong. You can't explain it.
Right.
You know, and it's like, you don't want to
period probably in 3 days. You just don't know yet.
You don't want to talk about it because you can't explain it.
The period, me too. I'm like, my period gotta be coming.
My period, I be like,
bitching for no reason.
I hate everybody.
Me too.
Just stop talking.
I be at work like,
to me,
I be at work like, please stop asking me fucking questions.
Do not talk to me. Don't say nothing. Don't tell me good morning. Don't say nothing to me. That's how bad it is. But it literally just be like the first maybe 2 days before, 3 days before, and maybe the first couple days, and I'm done. And then, after that, I'll be like, oh, hey, like, I'll be so happy.
My coworkers know. They be like, they be looking at me, and then 2 days later, I'm like, oh, hey, y'all.
Right. When I'm going through something, I don't think I necessarily shut down to the point where I'm not talking to my partner or anything. I'll probably overdo myself. Like, I'm more of the person that's like, I'm not going to shut down. I'm going to overly work. I'm going to overly, like, do it. Like, let's go here. I'm going to try to make myself do stuff because it's like, I'm trying to, I'm more like, let's distract instead of dealing with the stuff. So I'm more like, let's distract this. Let's have sex more. Let's do this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would distract myself before I be shut down. So it'd be like, okay, she's just overly trying to do stuff where she's not trying to chill. I can't just sit and chill. I don't want to just sit and watch a movie. I don't want to just sit. Let's go here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, I got to work. I got to do this. Oh, I got to do it. So it's like that. Like, I'm more like that. Like, if I'm too much in my work and I can't relax, something is wrong with me.
Yeah. I feel like I communicate pretty good when there's something wrong until I feel unheard. So, and I think that when, like, once you reach that point, it's kind of like with the trust. I don't trust you with my feelings anymore. Because, or if it's like, especially like if it's something that you have done to bother me and I keep telling you and you keep doing it, I don't want to tell you anymore, because if I tell you and you don't do it or you do it, then I'm going to get upset because I just told you. So I would rather just hold it in, but now I'm holding it in and I'm resenting you because I'm holding it in. So I feel like that's when you can't trust somebody with your feelings. You can't trust somebody in the, like, with loyalty. You can't trust somebody in any form. It's time to go. Because at that point, that's when it's like, I just have to hold it in. But usually, I'm all for communicating how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm feeling some type of way. I don't care. From day one, I'm like, let's talk about our feelings, you know?
Right. Now I'm starting to be like that. I feel like now that I have been through my, I don't want to say toxic relationship, but through the relationship where it was like, we going at it because we don't know how to communicate. Now I'm at the point where I know how to communicate because I already been through that relationship where it was, we arguing, we going ham on each other type stuff instead of just, babe, I don't like this. Now, sometimes it was like that, but now I feel like I'm at the point, I'm not arguing with nobody. Like, I feel like I'm too old now to argue with anybody. I'm going to tell you what it is. You tell me what it is, and we either can fix it or we can't.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what I'm saying. Communication, like, it's really not much to argue about.
I was just going to say, it's not nothing to argue about. At this, like, getting more, as you get older and more mature, it's nothing to really argue about.
That comes when you hold it in, and now you're just upset. So versus like, hey, when you do this, I don't like it.
Exactly. And I'm learning that because I feel like I have been always somebody that, like I said, I would rather just throw myself into work or something like that before I tell somebody something. Even with me being lovey-dovey, it's still something that I'm working on with, like, telling somebody how I feel for them, whether it's positive or negative. It's not even just about a negative situation. It's me being able to express myself. And that might be coming from, like, me being a child and feel like I can't express myself and tell certain things. So now as an adult, I feel like I don't want to say certain things. I'll just keep it to myself. I don't care how much I like you, how much I'm like feeling you. I'll probably act like I don't even like you. Just because it's like, I don't want to have to say that I actually like you type stuff. But now that I'm recognizing it, I'm able to work through it and be like, you know, don't hide your feelings, whether it's good or it's bad. You know, have those boundaries. You know, if you feel like you want to tell somebody something, tell them without any regret or any shame. Tell them.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Well, I have another question for y'all. So, well, it's pretty much a turn, but with all of this, you know, how do you initiate sex? Like,
why everybody's so quiet? I mean, it ain't much. See, I keep saying I'm bad at this, but I am bad. But I'm getting better.
You bad at initiating sex?
Like, usually he initiates it, but
sometimes he might.
Is it because you're shy?
I don't know what it is. Maybe it is because I'm shy, but why am I shy? With him? I've been with this nigga for like 6 years. But that's why I said I'm getting better. But it'll be just a kiss, and then after the kiss, I end up on top. It just is kiss on top. Kiss on top.
So your kissing is your initiation then?
Yeah.
So you do initiate it.
That's why, but usually he does it.
But you can't say out your mouth like, let's go have sex.
Yeah,
or you want to have sex.
I don't
But
say
like
that.
you said, if you was like
drunk or something, it's easy to be like, babe.
Yeah, real loose. I'm jumping on that nigga. But
right.
yeah, but just regular me, I just be sitting there and then I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, I want to fuck. But then I'm like, I'm waiting for him to initiate.
So you just wait for him?
I'm waiting for him to initiate.
No, but you know, if you saying, what if he don't? Man, that man gon'.
No,
I'm gonna do it every time.
No, first of all, I'm not waiting. Or
you throw the when y'all laying in the bed, you just do this little bed like all the way on this like
Put
this,
the leg
and then you just say,
scoot back. You keep over, scoot back.
Say you just like
I feel like
acting like you sleep, like
acting like you sleep.
In those instances, I'm not shy. What I'm gonna do is I initiate it. It's either sometimes it's like a look and a kiss. You know what I'm talking about. It's not a regular kiss. It's a look and a kiss. Or I'm just gonna go straight down to business. So I just
just whip it out.
No, I just kiss you. Then I start kissing down. Yeah, you get the message. That's how I start. I mean, no words necessary. You know what's going on.
Okay. Spicy.
You know, I might kiss you and grab it. That tell you exactly what I got going on. You know, all right? Mm-hmm. It ain't no sitting there waiting because he might be ready in 2 hours. I'm ready now.
Exactly. Well, I feel like the same. Like I said, if I'm drinking or something, my mouth is reckless when I drink. So we already know that. So it ain't no. If I'm drinking, it's come on, let's go, let's go. But any other time, I'm very shy. Y'all know how I get when I'm. Y'all already know how I get. I don't know why I'm very outgoing, but when it comes to a man, I be shy. I'm not saying nothing. I'm acting like, oh yeah. I don't know what be wrong with me. So no, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying
I really
nothing.
don't know what it is.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not saying nothing. If I'm sober and I'm just my regular little old self, I'm not saying I want to do anything. I'm waiting until you, like maybe
I think we just look.
Put your hand on my.
That's why I said I'm looking at
kids. Trying to give a little.
Right, I'm about to give a little look. Like, I might do a little up and down. Like,
I think the most I ever said was you want some head. Otherwise, it's no words. It's just.
I might do a little. You know, and now we talking, and I'm like, hey.
You just grab the face right there.
Oh yeah,
the beard right there.
Yeah.
Okay, or you just start rubbing the back, like I
love rubbing that nigga head.
It's like the head and neck combo.
Now maybe that's my indication. Right? Yeah, that's probably my indication, especially the beard. Mm-hmm. That's my indication. Like,
and then you kissing. That's what it is.
But I ain't saying it on sober. I'm not just saying it while I'm sober. I can't say it. That's so embarrassing. Like it's so scary to say.
How do you say it?
Like, I don't say it. I mean, like I've never.
When you sober, you don't say nothing.
Even when I'm drunk, I never.
But you say
that's the most I've ever had. Do you want some head? But even I've said that sober. I just don't.
I can't say that.
I've never said like, hey, you want to have sex, or hey, you want to fuck, or hey, you want to.
I would never say.
I guess it depends.
I just get straight to it.
I might have said give me some or something like that, but I don't think I've ever really asked. I mean, I just
a look and a kiss.
Right.